You might not recognize the name Sue Lyon, but I would bet you recognize the face of a 14-year-old Sue Lyon. Think of a young girl with heart-shaped sunglasses and a lollipop. Starting to sound familiar? Sue Lyon, at the age of 14, starred in the Stanley Kubrick film Lolita, an adaptation of the book by the same name. Even if you have not seen the film, you most likely have seen the picture of her at some point. And now, at her death, she is still remembered as the nymph from Lolita. Sue Lyon was born in Davenport, Iowa, the youngest of 5 siblings. Her father died while she was just a baby, and her mother had to work hard to provide for the family. As she grew up, her beauty became apparent, and the family moved to Los Angeles so that Sue could get work as a child model and support the family. She was hired as a model for magazines such as JCPenney and was hired in commercial and television work. However, it was when she auditioned for the role of Dolores, along with hundreds of other young girls, for a chance at fame and prominence that changed her life forever. Stanley Kubrick, seeing her, described her as a perfect nymphette, and I expect anyone who has seen the film would agree. She plays the role of naive, innocent girl and seductress perfectly, opposite of James Mason, who played the role of Humbert Humpert, the much older man who becomes obsessed with her in the 1962 version of Lolita. For her performance in the film, she won a Golden Globe Award. Like many who start their careers at such great heights, the only place to go was down. After Lolita, she continued to work as an actress in films such as The Night of the Iguana, released in 1964, where she again played a seductive teenager to Richard Burton. She also had roles in various television series throughout the years. But she was never able to reach the stardom that actors and actresses strive for, often being cast in supporting roles or second-rate horror films, which led her into depression and a string of failed marriages. She quit acting in 1980 after appearing as a minor character in the film Alligator. As to her personal life, like her character Lolita, she often made poor choices at a young age. For example, she first married in 1963 to actor and filmmaker Hampton Francher. She was 17 at the time. The marriage was a short one, and they divorced a year later. The same year she was married to Fancher, she also lost her brother James Michael Lyon, who was found dead in a car during a trip to Mexico due to a possible drug overdose. Sue married 4 other times, including her second marriage to football player Roland Harrison, with whom she had a daughter. Their third marriage also only lasted 1 year, to Gary Cotton Adamson, a convicted criminal serving time for robbery and murder. She met him while working as a social worker at the prison. During the year they were together, she also worked as a waitress near the prison. Adamson escaped from prison or was released, depending on the source that you read. But he was quickly caught in an attempted robbery and put back in prison. Her 5th and final marriage would be the longest lasting, to Richard Rudman. It went from 1985 to 2002. Sue Lyon died at the age of 73 in Los Angeles. No cause of death was given other than having been reported as being in poor health. Her estranged daughter was not with her at the time of her death.